All right, back at it again, talking RV sales. Today, we're talking about overcoming objections. Because if we can't overcome our customers' objections, then we're never going to be able to close a deal. And we're always going to get objections in RV sales. So, it doesn't really matter. We have to be able to overcome them. So, what is the best way to overcome an objection inside of an RV deal? And the first thing you have to understand is that customers are looking for a salesperson who is looking out for their needs, for their wants, for their emotions, who's trying to add value into the customer's life. They're not looking for a salesperson who just wants to cut a commission check or who doesn't really care about what they're trying to accomplish. So that's the first thing. Okay. The second thing is before we can overcome objections, we really have to learn our customers' emotions, learn their needs, learn their wants, learn their desires so that we can, use that information to try to overcome the objection. Because in RV sales, we're selling a want. We're not selling a need. We're not selling a product that a customer has to have, right? Customers have a mortgage, multiple cars. We say it all the time. Customers have a lot going on, and adding an RV is just another expense. It's another monthly payment. It's another big lump sum of cash. And in addition, it's, takes money to go to the campground and to camp and to, X, Y, and Z. So it's a pretty big expense when it really comes down to it. So if we don't have our customers' emotions, if we don't understand their emotions, if we're not able to pull them out, then we're not going to have enough ammunition to overcome the objection and close the deal. So the first goal is to really sit our customer down and learn their needs, learn their wants, learn their desires. Ask who, what, when, where, why, and how so that we get a very good picture, a very descriptive picture of the kind of RV that our customer needs when they're out there at the campground and they're traveling the US. So once we get that, big picture of what they're looking for, now what we do is we loop back. Okay. And what looping back means is it's really easy. It's a word track. And all you can do is use this one word track and just say, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. That's the word track right there. That's going to help you overcome any objection. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. And then what we're going to ask is we're going to go back to the emotions. So I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. How come you don't want to buy this RV today? It's a perfect RV. You said you and your wife and your kids, you guys want to start traveling across the United States and start going camping and seeing all these national parks, but you're not going to be able to do that unless you buy this RV. So stop torturing yourself. Stop holding off family vacations. Stop holding off national parks with your loved ones and buy this RV today. Sign right here. Well, Chris, that's a good point. We do want to go camping. We do want to go see these national parks, and we've been putting them off for a few years. But, the monthly payment's a little expensive, and, we just don't think it's the right time. Well, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. What is it going to be worth to you whenever, your kids are too old or, you get too old to travel or you just can't do these things anymore? What's it going to mean to you when you don't get to do any of these things, when you don't get to travel with your kid, when you don't get to take your kids and your loved one and your wife to the different places across the United States, right? What is going to happen when you don't get to do that, right? The monthly payment's only about $200 a month, only $300 a month, only $500 a month. And your family traveling, creating these dreams, creating these memories is definitely worth more than X amount of dollars a month. So I know that it's an extra expense, but your family deserves it. Stop torturing yourself. Stop torturing your family. Buy this RV today and start living out your dreams. Sign right here. Well, Chris, that's a good point, but I got to talk to my wife before I make the decision. Well, I hear what you're saying, but why do you want to keep torturing your wife? Your wife has been waiting for 2, 3, 5, 10 years to start traveling with you and the kid and creating these memories. So let's do this. Let's make the deal contingent on your wife coming in and loving the RV. And if she doesn't love it, we'll give you your deposit back. No harm, no foul. But if she does, then buy the RV. You guys can start traveling. You can start living out these dreams and building these memories like you've been talking about for the last 3 to 5 years. Sound fair enough? Now, if you don't want to give them that contingency, you would just say something like, why do you want to keep torturing your wife? You told me that you and your wife, you've been wanting to travel for the last 3 to 5 years and you haven't got to do it yet. She's getting older. You're getting older. Your kids are getting older. And eventually, you're not going to be able to travel with them in the same way that you can today. So I understand that you want to talk with your wife, but your wife would probably tell you to just buy the RV today and start traveling, because those finer things in life are the things that you and your wife and your kids are going to remember from now until the end of time. Sign right here. So as you can see, I can use that to overcome the objection. And the only thing that I do is I just loop back to their emotions. I loop back to what they care about and I put it against what they care about. Hey, how come you don't want to buy this RV? You said you want to do X. You said you want to do Y. You said you want to do Z. And you can't do any of that without this RV. So I understand your objection. I hear your objection, but buy this RV today and stop torturing yourself. Well, Chris, give me another objection. Well, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. What's the big deal? How come you want to keep holding off? It's only $500 a month and your family will start creating memories and X, Y, and Z. We just go back to the emotions. So that's why it's so important to have a good interview and qualify. That's why it's so important to have a strong front side of your sales process, because that's where we learn all of the information we need to actually be able to close the deal against our customers' emotions. And in RV sales, you have to play against your customers' emotions. You have to add value into their life in terms of their dreams and their goals. This is not a car. This is not a house. This is not a product that your customer actually needs. It's a want. The only way we can get our customer to see an RV as a need is to get them to realize that the dreams, the goals, the traveling, the time with the kids, the time with the wife, the time with the loved ones is worth more than the monthly payment or the cash that our customer is going to pay for the RV. That's the only time a customer buys something. When they see that it's worth more value than they have to spend for the product or the service, that is when they will pull the trigger. And it's a lot harder to get our customer there in RVs because of the nature of the beast. All right. So if we're not learning our customers' emotions at the front side of the deal, it's going to be a lot harder to overcome those objections throughout the deal and when we get to the close. But once we get to the close, if we get good at learning our customers' emotions, their needs, their wants, their desires, then all we have to do is use this word track. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this, and go right back to the emotions, loop back to those emotions. That way you can double down on your customers' emotions and get them to realize that the RV is worth more than the money you're asking them to pay. If your dealership or business needs more customer leads, that's what we do here at IMR. So if your dealership or business could use more customers to talk to, maybe your sales team isn't having enough conversations, then we can definitely help you out and you'll make some money with our program. So if your dealership or business could use more customers, give me a call directly. I'd love to help. You can reach me at 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. If you're an individual RV salesperson and you want to get better at the deal, you can do it a couple different ways. The first way to do it, go to sellmorelivemore.net. Sign up for our RV sales training program. It'll take you A to Z through the RV sales training process. That way you can close more deals and get the job done and start adding value into more customers' lives. Now, we are working out a few kinks on the website, so you might not be able to sign up exactly right this moment, at the time of this recording, but nonetheless, we're working on getting that squared away. So if you're an RV salesperson, keep visiting sellmorelivemore.net. Be ready to sign up for that sales training program. That way you can get better at the deal. If you like to read, go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes and Noble. And the link is in the description. So drop down in the description, click on the link, go buy the book, and get better at the deal that way. The book walks you through the sales process as well. That way you can get dialed in, right? But nonetheless, while we're out there at our dealerships or businesses or wherever we're selling this week, let's make sure we're looping back to our customers' emotions so that we can overcome those objections and get the deal closed. Again, if you're a dealership or business that can use more customer leads, don't hesitate to give me a call because you'll definitely make more money with IMR. You can reach me directly, 330-703-3930. If you haven't given us a like or a subscription on Facebook or YouTube yet, then make sure you hop over to Facebook, hop over to YouTube, type in Infinite Media Resources, give us that like and that subscription. That way you can be here for the different sales and marketing content that we put out throughout the year. So, again, while we go back to our dealerships this week, let's overcome those objections. Let's loop back to the emotions. That way we can show our customer that our RV is going to add more value than it's going to cost them to buy. We'll see you on the next one.